Now, reading this statement, let me ask, how did this statement come about?
Humble apologies.
Yes.
After I communicated with Mr. Makakula,
When?
I don't have a specific date, but during the course of the week of the 5th.
Of the statement?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It was, I think, it was a day or 2 days before
Okay.
I wrote.
So after you communicated with Mr. Magagula,
Yes.
did he ask you to file a statement?
Yes.
What kind of statement did he request of you? What did he say the statement was for? You had already filed one, you
Yes.
recall, in
Yes.
2023.
Yes.
So how did he explain the need for the second statement?
After we communicated, and he communicated with Officer Mackenzie, and
Yes.
he said to me, you know that I've said I'm going to come to you, you see. During that time, he didn't specify.
Okay.
Now I want you to confirm that were you there, what were you doing there, and who were you working with, since Mackenzie has confirmed that you were with a senior person who was wearing a different uniform, you see. Then I had to craft this and send this.
Yes,
It's
sorry.
a statement that confirms that I did visit, you see.
Yes.
I did go there.
Yes.
Uh,
So, as you suggested with the first statement, did Investigator Magagula dictate to you what you must say in there?
I'm repeating it for the 4th or the 5th
Okay,
time.
help me.
Yes, I'm repeating it for the 5th time. As I've said now, before you asked me, I was saying it again.
Yes.
I'm saying it again that he got the statement from, who's this? Officer Mackenzie.
Yes.
After Officer Mackenzie, and he said to me, remember that I've said I'm going to come to you after doing investigations, you see. Then he came, now before it was time for this, or before he came to commission, I think 2 days before he demanded that, hey, can you do that statement as soon as possible, you see, and mentioning it, since you once told me that it was a joint operation, Mackenzie specified and you visited the area. Then I wrote the statement as I've wrote it.
So he's the one who came up with the idea that you must say it was a joint operation?
No, it was. It's not him. It was a joint
okay.
operation. Yes.
I keep misunderstanding you this afternoon. I don't know why. My apologies. Then let's look at CJC 168. And you started your paragraph 1 with the right date. And you state, I did task the team to Edenvale and Johannesburg for the joint operation with the province and JMPD. After the complaint from Deputy Chief Inspector Guguzu Gerald Maseko, attended the complaint of suspects who are selling fake stones on social media, I guess defrauding people. I gave him 2 members. They also tasked their members. During the day, he asked me to visit the area because some of our members are in Johannesburg. They didn't find anyone at Edenvale. Now, then your next paragraph deals with what you did. We drove and found members who were still busy interrogating. This statement now no longer speaks of Kesha, Lee Stolz, and Mackenzie informing you as their supervisor that they received information of a person who's dealing with illegal goods. This statement instead suggests that you are the one who tasked them to deal with the matter, that the information about these stones came from you after you obtained such information from Deputy Chief Inspector Maseko. Am I reading it correctly?
You are correct.
Why the change and how the information came about and how these two members got to operate in Johannesburg? Why is the difference?
Remember, he has already received the first one that talks to the members, and the members have already confirmed to him. That one he has already had it, you see. Now we must specifically and specify and concentrate on me and how did I get the information.
But what have
As
the
I've
members,
said,
what have
sorry.
the members confirmed to him? What do you say the members have already
That
confirmed?
they were
to him?
that they were working and they worked with members.
Yeah, but the
Yes.
members don't say to him that they were tasked by you. I think that's what is being put to you.
But out of our engagement, you already know that I've tasked them.
No, you're saying he's already been told by the members.
No, I'm saying in terms of the statement, they've already written that they were there, they worked. Mine was to confirm that it is me and I've tasked them, Commissioner.
Your statement, the second statement says you tasked them to go and be part of the joint operation after you were approached by Maseko. That's what your second statement says.
You are correct.
The first statement, you say, they went there after they told you that they've received information that the stolen goods in Johannesburg. So they went there because they received information to go and do it, and that's how they end up in Rosebank. You here say, in the second statement, you say, they went because you sent them there after Maseko spoke to you. So they didn't get information and then just chose to go. You tasked them according to your second statement, which is different from what you're saying in the first statement. That's what is being put to you.
No, you are
But
correct.
you say two different things. One, in the first statement, you say they went there after they received information. That's what they told you, according to you. They received information and then they went after they told you. In this second statement, you say you got a call from Maseko and then you tasked them to go. They can't both be correct, those two statements. One of them is correct, is a correct reflection. Well, I don't even want to say it's a correct reflection. It's one or the other. They may well both be lies, but it's one of the or the other.
Commissioner, if members are coming to me, are informing me, and I've already communicated, I must task them and say, yes, continue, or you do not continue with the operation. And I've tasked them to continue with the operation. That's what I'm confirming here.
No, no. You see, in your first statement, you very clearly say they informed you as their supervisor when they received information about a person dealing with illegal goods, and you confirm that they were on duty that day. That's what your statement does, the first one. It does no more than that. They
Yes.
came to you with the information, right? That we are pursuing this because we've received information. That's what your first statement says.
Yes.
The second one is different. It
Yes.
says you got information from Maseko and then you tasked them.
Yes.
They're not one and the same thing, however you read it.
If they inform, if I've got information, I must task them to go and work, Commissioner.
Commissioner, we are not discussing theoretically. If you've got information, you must task them. We know they do go to operations without you tasking them. That's what happened with Mr. Mbenze, who
Yes,
died.
yes,
They went to that operation according to you,
Yes.
without you calling them to the
Yes.
scene. So, and when you got information from Yako, according to you, when he called you, you didn't call them. So we know that you don't do that,
Yeah.
right? You don't get information and then task them. They go on to do their own thing. That's exactly what you say in the first statement. They found out information and then they went to the operation. That's what your first statement says. And that's consistent with what has happened in the Mbenze matter. They get information, they just go out there.
Not in all the cases, Commissioner.
No, I'm talking about this one in Mbenze. I'm not talking about all cases. Do not stretch me to other matters.
No, you said that's what always happens.
That's what happened here,
Oh.
and that's what happened in the Mr. Emmanuel Mbenze case, right?
Oh, yes.
They got information in the Mbenze matter from Yaku. They then went to the scene. You got information from Yaku, you went to the scene. You did not call them. So don't say to us, well, when I get information, I task them. It didn't happen in Emmanuel Mbenze's case. In this case, you say two different things. The one is they told you that there is information of a person dealing in illegal goods, and that's what you say in the first statement. They told you that.
Yes.
And then they went to the operation. And that's why I was having the discussion with you about why did you not say in this statement that I got the information from Maseko? You didn't say that. You say it in the second statement. And in the second statement, for the first time, in 2026, you say, I tasked them. The two statements cannot stand together. You choose one of them as what happened, how they end up in that operation. You either tasked them or they did what you say in the first statement, or you give us a third version. They can't both be true.
Commissioner, remember, if I got information or if someone communicates with me, I can't go and do that operation as a director. I must task officers, or I must task a certain unit.
Did
to do
not
that.
task, my point is, you did not task them when it was the case of Mr. Emmanuel Mbenze on your own version. You got information and you went, which is a curiosity and surprising that if you get information that there is an operation from Yaku, you don't call your people. You went on your own, you didn't task anybody.
But this is a different scenario, this is a different operation, this is a different communication with a different person. These are two different things according to me, Commissioner. I'm not saying according to yes.
Maybe they're different, but what I'm saying to you is in your first statement, you tell us how they ended up in Rosebank. Your first
Yes.
statement. They came to you and told you that we've received information. Remember that third paragraph where I
Yes.
said, but that's extra information.
Yes,
You say,
yes.
they came to me and told me that they have this information. That's completely different from you saying, Maseko called me and told me there is this problem. There's this person who's dealing with stolen goods. Because that's what your second statement, your second statement doesn't say, I was told by my officers and Maseko confirmed it, or Maseko repeated it. Your second statement doesn't say that. So if I read your second statement on its own, without seeing the first one, it tells me that your only source of, your source of dealing in stolen goods is Maseko, according to your second statement. But the first statement says your source is your officers.
I get you now.
Yes.
That I was supposed to say, then include, no, I get you now.
I'm not telling you what you were supposed to say. I'm saying to you, these two things, they don't speak to each other. You have different sources of information about dealing with stolen goods. That's all I'm saying.
I get you now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. In fact, I would suggest that your first statement is consistent with what Stolz and Mackenzie claimed. No joint operation, and that the information came from them. For that purpose, I would like you to go to exhibit file CJC 159. That's a statement of Constable Stolz, preceded by the standard form, and the actual statement starts at 145. Now in this statement, again, we can skip the first paragraph. And this statement, perhaps first things first, if we go previous page 144, in that form, it's dated 2nd May 2023. You see that? And signed by Constable Stolz. Same file. Same file that they opened
Oh,
for
it's the
you?
same file. No, I
Yes.
just wanted to see something about it. Yes, correct.
Oh, okay.
Now, when
Just go a
closed.
page back, page 144.
Yes.
That is the form to which the statement is attached, and that's signed by Constable Stalls on the 2nd of May 2023. You accept that?
Yes, yes, I
Oh.
see.
So in May 2023, 3 months after the event, Constable Stalls states in her statement at paragraph 2, the first paragraph dealing with introducing herself, and she says, in February 2023, I was on duty and in full uniform when I received a call from Moto, a JMPD member, who requested assistance in the recovery of lithium rocks that were suspected to being sold illegally by a suspect in Rosebank area. Do you see what I'm reading?
Yes.
Then it goes a further, paragraph 3. We went to Rosebank subs and informed them that we would be working in the area. We then went to the address of the person who was illegally dealing in lithium. We were taken to the person's flat by the security guard of the flats. So, according to Ms. Stalls, she personally received a call from a certain JMPD member called Mozo. There is nothing about being tasked by you. You accept that?
Let's continue. I haven't had an opportunity to read this.
Sorry, please say that again. I missed
I'm
that.
saying let's continue because we are touching in this paragraph. I haven't had the opportunity to read the whole statement.
We could, but I can tell you that the rest of the statement tells the reader what then happened. I stopped at the third paragraph because that paragraph already places them inside the flat. You can't have informed them when they were inside the premises already searching. That would have happened before they go, right?
Yes, you are correct.
Yes. So I'm saying up to this point, until they got into the flat, there is nothing about being tasked and deployed by you.
How did I know that they are there?
Search me. How would
Sorry.
that is the whole problem, Mr. Mkhwanazi, which
Yes,
is
and I
your
also
original.
communicated-
Let me finish.
Oh.
Your original statement is that they informed you of this activity out in Rosebank. And I'm saying that is actually confirmed by Constable Stalls in her statement. She claiming that she got the information from a JMPD member, one Moto, and that it was Moto who requested assistance in the recovery of the stones. She then proceeds to say, we went to Rosebank. So it's she and somebody else, one or two. They went to Rosebank subs and informed them that we would be working in the area. We then went to the address of the person who was illegally dealing in lithium. We were taken to the person's flat by the security guard of the flats.
Yes.
Let's continue. We knocked at the door, and a white male opened the door. We informed him who we were, and he invited us inside the residence. We explained why we were there, that we had received information that he was possibly dealing in the sale of lithium rocks illegally, and asked if we could search. The male granted us to search. So we can stop there.
No, let's, in the present and search inside this.
The next paragraph then deals in the presence of the male, searched his bedroom, so the search then gets underway.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to.
No. Okay, satisfy yourself and read the statement. Perhaps you, the idea being to locate where Stoll says she was tasked by you.
I think it's not complete, Commissioners.
I don't know what the complete facts are. I only go by a statement prepared by the person who says, I took part in this operation.
Yes.
I can't confirm or deny that it's complete. The only point I make is, on this version,
Yes.
you did not trust them. They operated on the basis of information she received directly from one member of JMPD, she calls Mozo.
But Commissioner, when you say it's not complete, it's not as if Constable Keisha Lee Stalls has not addressed the question of how they came to go there. It's not as if she has not addressed the question. So I would understand your point about the statement not being complete if she had not addressed the question. In so many words, in paragraph 2, she does explain how and why they went there, and that doesn't mention you.
And I communicated.
She says in February 2023, I was on duty and in full uniform when I received a call from Motso, a JMPD member, who requested assistance. And it was as a result of that request that they then went to the premises. So that has nothing to do with you whatsoever. So I don't understand your point that the statement is not complete, because it would, according to you, only have been complete if it had mentioned you giving instructions to them to go there.
And I did that, Commissioner. I did that.
No. All I'm addressing now, I'm not asking you whether you did or you did not. What I'm addressing is your statement that this statement is incomplete. I'm saying it cannot possibly be incomplete because it does address the question, the relevant question to what Ms. Silo is asking you, which is how Ms. Keisha Lee Stalls happened to go there.
Okay.
It does address the subject. So I do not understand how you can say that the statement is incomplete in this regard.
Okay, to Commissioner.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. And we know that the two EMPD members who were involved in this are Keisha Lee Stalls and Constable Adrian Mackenzie, correct?
Yeah, correct, you're correct.
Now, perhaps for completeness, let's then turn to Magagula TLM3. Magagula file TLM3. And I want to get to page 273.
I was hoping that before you get there, he can, while we are on this bundle, identify them on page 168. The two officers, EMPD officers.
I was going to get that to a
coming to
later,
that. All right,
at
thanks.
a later time. All the persons in the room, in fact, yes. Page 273.
You said TLM?
3.
3, page 27.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you will see that that is the statement of Adrian Mackenzie. Is that what you have?
7-3.